Good morning, everybody. Pastor Stitch, Narrow Path Christian Church, BC, Bay City, Michigan. Welcome to the Biker Devotional. Today is October 5th, 2025. Man, the year is flying by, isn't it? I got so much to do before the end of the year, before the snow flies. And I was just actually got distracted by that thought just a couple minutes ago and had to bring that to the Lord because I was in the middle of talking to him about what I was going to talk to you about this morning and what I was going to talk about at church and what God was talking to me about my own personal life, and the thoughts and distractions of the world came rushing in, and that was one of those. And I need an answer to it. I took it to the Lord and said, I need an answer to it, but what I need right now is a sense of peace that you'll give me an answer to it when I can do something about it. That has nothing to do with what I'm going to talk about this morning, I don't think. We'll see where God brings us. But today we're looking at Proverbs chapter 5, and we're going to look at the beginning of chapter 5, starting in verse 3. Though the lips of the forbidden woman drip honey, and her words are smoother than oil, in the end she is bitter as wormwood. Yeah, I don't know how many times in my lifetime something looks absolutely correct. I mean, there is no doubt at all that it's going to work out. It looks right. Everything is laid out. It is right. It is yummy, perfect, gonna be right. And then ends in disaster. And there was somebody along the way that was telling me, that's probably not the right choice. And I'm going, look, everything lines up, it tastes good. It smells good. It is comfortable. It is. I mean, look, it's all right there. And they're going, yeah, but you can't see the other side of that. And I've been bold enough to say, but neither can you. And clearly, this is the right way to go. And off I run. Solomon continues on with that thought. Her feet go down to death. Her steps head straight to Sheol. She doesn't consider the paths of life. She doesn't know her ways are unstable. My son, listen to me and don't turn away from the words of my mouth. At the end of your life, verse 11, you will lament when your physical body has been consumed, and you will say, how I hated discipline, how my heart despised correction. I didn't obey my teachers or listen closely to my mentors. I am on the verge of complete ruin before an entire community. I have made lots of mistakes. Not going to make them again because I can't see what I can't see. And there are times where someone is telling me you shouldn't do that, and they can't articulate why either because they can't see what they can't see. But I have put them in a position where I should trust their inklings. At least slow down enough to see where it's leading. Slow down enough to at least see the exit ramp before I pass it in the curb. There's a statement that I say to myself on a regular basis. If the answer has to be right now, the answer is no. Because if it's that urgent, then there is something that's being hidden. Now, I don't know if that's good advice for you. I don't. But I know that it has served me well, because when I've said no, I have found that more often than not, in those urgent circumstances, the answer comes in a different way. Last week at church, I shared that I had an urgency to get a new computer, and because there's a piece of software I needed and it was on sale for a very big percentage off, and I needed it to continue doing the work that I do, doing embroidery work. The software I'd been using was running out of support, the version I was using, and I needed to upgrade. And it's expensive, really expensive software. But I needed a new computer to run it. The old computer wasn't running the software I was running well in the first place. It was old, it was tired. It was old and it was tired. And I had found a computer that would meet the needs, and I was going to go off and run and get that done. And then I realized that there was a sense of urgency, and I kept saying the answer has to be now. And so the answer was no. And I shared that as a way to trust God in my sermon last week. And after service, somebody came to me and gave me a computer that met the needs. I was able to order the software, and the computer they gave me didn't work, but I was able to get it repaired, and not have to take it in and get it repaired. I was Last week was a frustrating week all the way around. My motorcycle got backed into, and it's parked for the rest of the season, as I have to pull the whole front end apart and get everything realigned, and get the fender replaced and get the bearings replaced in the front wheel and make sure the rim's not bent and it's balanced, and all the things that have to be dealt with that. I mean, there was a lot of stuff that happened last week that was really frustrating. And yet the Lord kept me in peace for the most part. I mean, I lost my cool a couple of times, but for the most part, He kept me in peace. But it was because I remembered not running and happened to have the answer now. What's that got to do with this whole thing? Well, the lips of the forbidden woman drip honey, and her words are smoother than oil. It may look really good right now, but if it's that good right now, it still will be good later. Wait. Be willing to wait. I don't like that. I want it now, and so do you, but that's the answer. Wait. Be willing to wait. Somebody's ready to pull the trigger on something that they need right now or want right now, and God's telling you, just wait. It'll be a good deal tomorrow, if it's a good deal today. Oh, I know. The sale ends today. You know how many times I've had that happen, where the sale ends on Sunday, but I wait until Monday, and then come Thursday of that week, I've lost the deal and it's not going to work out, and all of a sudden I have that thing 4 days late that should have been X number of dollars off, but it was still going to cost me X number of dollars, and I really didn't have that X number of dollars, and now all of a sudden I've got it for what I had or less than what I had. I'm not promising God's going to do that for you, but I am telling you, if it's a good deal today, it'll be a good deal for you tomorrow. He'll have a plan, and He'll work it out. Listen, I love y'all. Hope you have a great day. Don't forget, it's Sunday. Get to church. God bless.